Big City Greens is a fun slice of life cartoon that isn't afraid of changing its status quo but still maintains simplicity at its core. It uses that simplicity to mold stories that can teach powerful lessons, not just to children but anybody that needs to hear them. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to another quick joint, a series where a video is too long to be too short, but too short to be a full-length video. It's time to talk about everybody's favorite yellow white family, besides that one. In episode 1B of season 4 titled Jingled, the Greens are using jingles to entice niggas to buy stuff at their vegetable stand, while all the jingles themselves are spearheaded by none other than Tilly. If you've seen literally every episode like I have, you know it's no secret that Tilly has vocal chops. I mean, listen to this vocal run she did in the season 2 episode OK Karaoke.
Your uniqueness is a treasure, sharing differences brings us together.
Like, you can't tell me it's not hard. Alright, let me calm down though. Video just started and I'm already glazing niggas. Anyway, these jingles do work to bring business, but Tilly's really just doing it out of love for the craft. Keep that last part in mind though as we move forward. This jingle company lady hears one of Tilly's songs and offers her a deal. Tilly initially declines until the lady persuades her with the promise of making people around the world smile and not just the local townsfolk. This is a classic trap that a lot of real life musicians end up going through, which is another important thread I'm gonna bring up later. What's funny is we never see her sign a contract, sign consent from the parents for her to work here or anything like that. Mind you, she's only like 11 years old.
What's going on? Should I stop this?
Yes, you should stop this. It's my entire point. This is the same show that has a 10-year-old boy working as a barista for 4 seasons and an upcoming one on top of that. So I'm starting to think child labor laws don't exist in the show. Anyway, Tilly gets a tour of the big jingle building. Cricket tags along too because he's her manager. Nigga, have y'all ever heard of these? You know what, man? Forget it. I'm gonna just drop it at this one. Anyway, they meet this sparkly dressed nigga that's been carrying the company all these years making their top jingles. Also, I'm not hating on the fit. It's honestly gas. I'm just saying it makes him stand out for real. Also, he kind of hates his job even though he's good at it. And you probably guessed this will come back later. I'm sure you know the structure of the video at this point. Anyway, Tilly's first objective is to make a jingle for a company called Odd Apparel. Her job is to essentially make these mid-looking ass clothes seem like they're worth purchasing. This leads to a montage of Tilly This leads to a montage of Tilly essentially in a flow state creating these jingles for different brands. The guy from earlier, wait, what's buddy name? Oh, okay. The guy from earlier, aka Rick Razzle, happens to be walking past Tilly singing the jingle to her test audience, which could help him get exactly what he's been waiting for.
Oh.
You, my office, now!
Whoa, bro, calm down. It's just some commercials. Relax there. Anyway, Bill and Alice are left at the stand alone and try to replicate the success that Tilly had with her jingles by making their own. Except these niggas have no skill at all. Like, it's actually terrible. Hopefully Disney doesn't copyright claim me for this. I mean, I'm not monetized anyway, but still. We'll play one of Tilly's jingles and then one of Bill and Alice's right after.
Hand walkers, freedom from your feet and your everyday view.
I like cabbage. You like cabbage.
Walk faster.
Hey, we got some engagement.
It's working.
Sad times. We cut back to Cricket and Tilly in Rick's office. Tilly thinks she's in trouble, rightfully so, with how dude came off earlier. But he's actually delighted by how skilled she is at her job, despite the years that he spent at Big Jingle on his own. He realized that doing music for business is starting to drain him after all this time, and he really just wants to sing for himself. The whole plot of this episode in general reminds me of the Hey Arnold episode where Mr. Quinn becomes a semi-famous country singer after he got caught singing in the shower earlier in the episode. But he ultimately realized, like he did before all of this started, that he liked making music for him and not an audience. Mind you, Hey Arnold went on the air almost 30 years ago and has been off the air for 20. Any of y'all feel old hearing that? Not me though, I'm 18, so not quite in that stage of my life yet. But my point is, if a show that came out this long ago could have a plotline that's still being done in modern media today, it shows you how powerful of a lesson this all is, especially when you can kind of sort of relate to it yourself.
Watch me do this dance. I'll give you my social security number.
But we ain't about to get into my story yet. I ain't about to lose retention on this video by getting personal too early. Have you seen my sub count? I can't risk that. But getting back to this actual episode, Rick decides to quit and give his job as the lead jingle nigga to Tilly, and she pretty much ignores how happy this dude was to give up the job like that, and still has blissful optimism surrounding this new opportunity until her boss walks in and makes her realize the level of responsibility she has now. Tilly's next objective is to make a jingle for Mamaroni's Pizza. If you've seen the season 3B episode Pizza Deliverance, where the Greens damn near turn into horror movie characters just to get a slice, then you know how big of a deal this is.
Your pitch is at 4 o'clock, and if they like it, your jingle will be heard around the world.
Heard around the world?
See, there she go with that bull again. Apparently, she only has 2 hours to make this jingle. As a past customer of this company, you think she might still pull through with something, right? Or will she cave under pressure? Only time will tell. Literally. We then cut back to the veggie stand, and these niggas are actually cooking now. Like, this song, not bad, no pun intended, on the cooking part. They got instruments and everything.
Cabbage and lettuce, all kinds of legumes. All healthy choices for you to consume.
In your mouth!
Huh? What?
It still ain't working though, especially since they go right back to being mid again.
Dang! All right, boy!
I'm really getting the hang of this.
But come back to Celia making jingles, each one she comes up with for a test audience is fire. But she starts to resent her own work. Something I realized is after she took Rick's job, her wardrobe started to resemble his, almost as a way to represent her carrying his old burdens. Or I've been looking way too deep into a show made for kids 6 to 11 this whole time. I don't care. I think I'm cooking. Our girl Tilly only has less than an hour left and still doesn't have the pitch ready. Tilly starts to give up on herself and says this.
Just look at yourself, Tilly. You've got the chance to make the whole world smile, and you can't even make yourself smile.
A lot of creatives have felt like this at some point, including me. Okay, now you get to hear my story. For those that don't know, aka 99% of you, since YouTube barely shows my videos to subscribers, I'm a rapper. I've been posting music online since I was a kid and was doing it in my free time on damn near any mobile device I had access to. For years before that, I wanted to be something with it one day. I always had dreams of doing other things besides music, but I still wanted to be huge in music itself as well. I tried to take it super serious again earlier this year. That's why I stopped uploading here on this channel for like 4 months. Around January, the second semester of my senior year was starting. I knew graduation was around the corner. I just felt so lost about what I wanted to take the most serious out of the things I already do. Art, music, animation, and YouTube, to be exact. It felt like rolling the dice trying to figure out which one was the most important. When I felt unsatisfied with the results of most of those things, not feeling like my drawings were good enough was a big one around this time. I was stressing out too much about this channel on top of that. Too many ideas for me to actually finish and stuff like that. Scripts just getting scrapped before I even really give them a chance. It's just a lot. Locking in on 99% music for a while just kind of made sense. So I put out an EP called Thunder Sessions, did a bunch of social media promo for it, and barely really saw the recognition I wanted. And on top of this, I loved making the music. It was the most connected I felt to the craft in a long time. But I hated making the promo content. It was fun maybe the first couple weeks, and burnout was starting to creep up on me as time went on. There were 6 songs on the EP, and I only did content for like 3 of them. I did 10 pieces of content for each one. I only did it because everyone on the internet said it would be the easiest way to build a fan base, and that anybody that wanted to quote-unquote make it in music should be doing it. All social media promo content is supposed to be cringy to a certain extent, but I kind of reached a breaking point by the end. The videos I hated making the most and forced myself through were the ones that did the best, and it made the least streamed song on the EP become the most streamed. But was it worth it? I mean, look at this.
Watch me do this dance. I'll give you my social security number.
Feelings at my girl's place. Why was he there? Yeah.
Who is this nigga? Because it for damn sure can't be me. But the second I stopped chasing music is hard, came back to YouTube with my ramshackle video only 2 weeks later, focused on making promo content for my art and animation instead of music, something that felt more fulfilling to me in the long run. Things have been looking up ever since. Also, follow my art IG at Genius the Great and DM me saying came from YouTube if you want to support a brother. I mean, I'm just saying, but please remember to come back and finish the video after you do this. I'm not going to stop making music forever or anything like that. Anybody that makes music knows that even if your goals with music changes or you lose motivation from time to time, you always come back. But now, I'm not trying to be a successful, not underground, but not mainstream artist anymore. I'm still releasing my stuff publicly, but just with less expectations. A powerful lesson for myself stuff that Tilly learns for herself after seeing Bill and Alice having genuine fun making jingles without getting any monetary value from them. Ironically, this was what Tilly's perspective of making jingles was in the very beginning. She still goes to the pitch meeting knowing what her true ambitions are, and she states them during the meeting and basically quits. They still get the jingle they wanted though, and everything goes back to normal. There's a powerful lesson in all this, that all musicians start in the same place. They find their passion for it, that initial first spark that they had. Anytime a musician wants to give up, they think back to that time. If you want to do it professionally and you're hitting roadblocks, thinking back to that initial first spark will either inspire you to keep going or make you realize why you need to stop. This has been a quick joint. Watch my last video, follow my IG at Genius the Great, and DM me saying came from YouTube if you haven't already. Pretty much that and any link you need related to me is linked in the description. And until next time, I'm out this mug. Alright, so my social security number is